Friends, Amitabh Metsalov here, and I just wanted to give you happy Christmas, whatever you believe in and celebrate. And I just wanted to show you what I'm bringing to my sisters for supper. They're inevitably going to be. It's not inevitable, but they will be eating dead animal carcasses and turkey butt bread. So that's bread, seasoned bread stuffed in the butt of a turkey, which people will then eat and call delicious and not disgusting, which it really is disgusting. So I'm bringing this stuffing. This complements chicken stuffing, but if you look at the ingredients, there's no chicken in it. No animal products in this. Oh, you probably can't see that, but I'll tell you what's in it. It's got breadcrumbs, which is wheat and soy, dried onion, sugar, herbs and spices, salt, hydrolyzed corn protein, dried celery, disodium, this blah blah, seasoning, canola oil, and spice. So this is what I'm bringing, and I'm gonna make it myself. And I'm gonna be like, yeah, you know why I'm making this? Because I like stuffing. I like the taste, and that's the thing. When you go vegan, plant-based, you don't have to give up the taste. You can still have everything you want. There's meatless burgers, there's tofurkey, there's you can make yourself a lentil loaf. You can make yourself a little vegan lasagna, which is amazing, which I haven't made in a long time. My friend Darren's wife made him this like phyllo bread spinach, beautiful looking tree, like amazing. And you can have stuffing if you want. I wouldn't eat this every day, but it's fine. People want to have stuffing dead animals. You eat vegetables and fruits and breads and stuffing, and maybe you bring some fake meat products because nobody stops eating meat because it doesn't taste good. Once you've stopped for some time, you'll be kind of disgusted by it because it is really gross, especially when you think about what it really is. Because there's always poo in animal products. Like, for real, if you've done your food safety course, you know that like almost 100% of food poisoning comes from poo in the animals, poo contamination. It's not just the poo contamination, it's also the osmotic pressure is released when an animal dies. And so that what becomes poo is the toxins from the animals. And so you kind of like you're eating poo throughout, it's poo. Think about if that's what you really want to do. Time's running out. Dinner is going to be happening soon. I got to get over there. And I just wanted to give you one last opportunity to say, hey, you don't need to eat animal products, even though it's there today and every day. If you're in a family and they eat animal products, you don't have to do that. You can choose something else. You can say, hey, you know what? I'm not going to eat animal products because I'm not okay with animals getting killed just because it tastes good to me. So, you know what? Having sex feels good to me, but I don't go and rape women, because it's not the right thing to do. Because the woman, unless she's consensual, she's really single, and I'm happy about it. But unless the woman is, wanting to have sex and you're in a relationship or whatever, or unless you're kind of like a dirtbag or slutty woman, you're having sex with whoever you want any time of the day. But ideally in a relationship, if it's consensual sex, no problem. But if the other person doesn't want to have sex, that's called rape. If the animal doesn't want to be killed, what do you call that? It's called murder. So this is the thing. This is the fact. This is the truth. And most people aren't willing to face it, but you can face it and you could be brave. And I post this stuff because you know what, man? I know so many people that have decided to try and switch over to a plant-based vegan lifestyle because of some of the things I've shared, because you just need to understand. You just need to know what's really happening. You just need to learn. And that's all it took for me. Like, I was so ignorant, and I would make, you go eat a steak. I dated a vegetarian, and I was not kind to her. It was so stupid, the things I would say. I'd be like, yeah, but if we don't eat the cows, then there's going to be an overpopulation of cows, and the cows are going to take over the earth. It's like that's such a ridiculous thing to say and believe, and I believed it. Like I really did. It was so stupid. Oh, yeah, we're the top of the food chain, you know? It's like, well, doesn't mean that animals are the next in line, you know, so then you should eat if we're the top of the food chain, okay? If we're the top of the food chain, animals are next, then you should be eating spiders and insects and bacteria because that's the food chain, right? You know, think about that, how stupid it is. You know, we're just the most powerful. We're not the top of any food chain. Go out into nature and with your hands and no weapons and see who wins. See how at the top of the food chain we are in like Africa where we evolved from that area. You know, who's the top of the food chain? Lions, tigers, elephant. You know, elephants are vegetarian, but you know, we're not the top of the food chain. We're just technologically advanced. We're more intelligent, with bigger brains than some animals. Doesn't mean that they're any less. You know what I mean? Your baby has a smaller brain. Doesn't mean that it's not worth, you know, caring for. You know, it doesn't mean it's useless. It just means that it's got a smaller brain at that time. Animals just happen to not expand their brain to the ability to be able to communicate words in English to us. But that doesn't mean they can't speak their own language, have their own feelings, and want to live and be free. So, anyways, choice is yours. I love you. Merry Christmas. Enjoy some chicken, non-chicken stuffing.